Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Auto Transport Intel. It is Thursday, it is noon Central Time, and that means it's time for Dispatching Live here on Auto Transport Intel. What we're going to do is we do load board search advice. We're going to search the load boards. Actually, today I think we have a really important show. We're going to be looking at the new look on Central Dispatch today and providing feedback and more. So there really is going to be a lot to it. And if you're a dispatcher, a carrier, a family member, you're trying to figure this out, or you're just trying to you want a second look at the route you're looking at, or maybe fresh ideas, or you're looking for gold bars. We want to help you. So do me a favor. After you leave a like, please do leave a like. You see that share button below the screen. Click share, click copy. You want to text, email, or share on social media that YouTube link. I would do that actually today. This is your chance. Hopefully people are higher up or watching, because we're going to look at Central Dispatch's new look that they're going to put into place next month, is my understanding. This could be a really important show. So let somebody know you got 90 minutes to watch, learn, share. And if you have business questions, you're trying to get in, you got a problem, you're trying to grow, go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up, and become an ATI insider. Get on the email blast, talk to Ty. And we do have a roundtable coming up. We got a roundtable Tuesday night. So if you want to learn more about that, you definitely want to talk to Ty. Ooh, I need to get centered here. I'm centered. Are you centered? All right. We got Murphy Auto Transport Services already in the live chat. Bing. Reese Kreitzer is here. What's going on, Reese? It's good seeing you. Thank you for your contributions and input. And John at Finest Towing and Recovery, thank you for saying hello and tuning in. Really appreciate it. And if you got questions that, let's say you missed the live chat. I mean, we're going to be here for 90 minutes. It could feel like forever. But if you missed the live chat, put it in the YouTube comments below, and we'll try to get your questions answered. Let's do this, my friends. Let's see what Sue is doing. Sue, can you see me and hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. And
Cool.
for any regular listeners, you're going to see that I moved the box where I'm at on the screen. Why did I do that, Sue? Do you
What are
see
we
what I
talking
did
about?
there?
What box?
I put her on the spot. She's like, "What is he talking about?" And by the way, we got Anton Sofranovici. What's going on, Anton? And Vistaga is here. What's going on? Let me try that again. Sue, how are you doing?
I'm going nuts today. This new search board is driving me insane. So it's going to be the main topic today. I can tell you that because you guys are going to see me trying to find loads, and it's really difficult. So my goal today is for us all to send in emails and complain, 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 so we can get this straightened out before we all have to use it by March 15th. That's what they're saying. March 15th is the day. That's D-Day. And I don't want it to be any day. But anyways, that's beside the point.
Well,
Um,
oh, ouch. Well, why March 15th? Why does that why? It's only
no
February
clue.
25th. What's the big hurry?
I don't know. I got the email from them like 2 days ago, and it said, "You but on March 15th, you'll no longer be able to use the old search engine." And I'm like, "What? I thought this was optional."
Oh, you got an
Apparently, it
email.
is not.
I was wondering how you knew that. So they sent you an email?
It was either email or it was when you first come onto the website. I thought I got an email though. And it just automatically says that, and I was
I
like,
see.
"Oh, okay, very good." I know we've played with it before, and it wasn't great then, but it's even worse now. Now that they finally finished it, I guess. Is he
Um,
okay?
you know, grassroots movements and marches and you know protests and all that stuff. What I'm getting at is I'm not the I'm I find it's difficult to get people to coordinate as one and like call your congressman, okay? I'm getting
Right.
somewhere hopefully. My point is that this seems like an important moment. Am I right, Sue?
Yes, it's very important.
Because
What I'm going to do after we get done with the show today
yeah.
is I'm going to make a hard list of all the things wrong with it. If anybody wants to email me that, I will send them the list, and all they have to do is copy and paste it and send it to the complaint department on Central Dispatch. I think if we get enough people, this stuff will get corrected. I've done this before, but it's got to be a lot of people complaining.
I tell you what, this is great. Vistaga, I like what you've just posted. Vistaga just posted, embrace the change. Now, I appreciate,
No.
here's the, I appreciate the sentiment. However, Vistaga, are you using this? Because if you're not using it,
Yeah.
this is what it comes down to. If you're not using this
Yeah.
every day, then you
Mm-hmm.
you gotta. What am I trying to say here,
You'll,
Sue?
yeah. If you're not using this every day, then you really don't see what they have done to make this harder and more work for us.
Yeah.
Because that's what they have done. You have to click more things. I mean, usually, okay, so is my screen on here? And we're gonna go back
Yeah,
and forth
you're
a little
live.
bit.
Yeah, what's up? In fact,
Okay.
I'm gonna start by
All right,
saying,
so
you just told me. Yeah, go ahead, take it away. All right.
so for example, first off, this is the old search engine right here, and it says we have. This is what we always discuss, anyways. The first thing is 49,878. Okay, so when you go to the new search engine with the same parameters, now you have 50,160. I know that's not a lot of loads difference, but it is different, and I don't know why. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so that's your first thing that
But
you
and
have to
I'm
wonder
gonna weigh
why.
in here. This is trivial, and they can say, well, that doesn't matter, Sue. You don't need to know that. Next.
Right, right. Okay, so here's the bigger thing. All right, so when we're looking for a load, I'm just going to show you right here. Okay, so here's Alabama to Alabama. This is how much it's paying. This is the type of vehicle, and you see that this is the broker, right? Okay, now let's go to the new search engine. By the way, it's not even the same loads listed. So look at this engine. Do you guys see anywhere on here where the broker is? No.
Nope.
You want to know why? Because you got to click this button. So this gives you the company. All right, so there's already one step extra we have to do. And I don't know about anybody, but most people, like if you've been doing this for a long time, a lot of things I look for is the broker. Because certain brokers you can trust and certain brokers you can't. And you want to be able to see those pop up so you're like, oh, that loads good, without having to click a button. That's one of the things. My other problem with this is the
Okay, I want
money
to
is the
weigh
very
in.
first thing
I
on.
want to. We're going to take this item by item. So why is there an extra step to see the broker? I'm going to weigh in. Honestly, that sucks. It does suck because,
Yeah.
unfortunately, unless you're going to clean up all the brokers, that tell you actual
Yeah.
pickup, actual delivery, we might actually have the load. We're probably lying about it. Whatever it is, the list
Yeah.
goes on and
Yeah.
on and on. I need to know the broker just as much as I need to know the vehicle.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's a huge factor.
Huge.
And then on top of it, I know that people want to know how much money they're going to get. Okay, so I understand that. But if you guys look, that's the big priority thing. But do you know where it's going to and from? It's itty bitty tiny. It says 7 corners going to California. I can't even pronounce that.
I am
Okay.
Elisa Viejo.
So-
I'm weighing in. You're
Thank you. I did the
absolutely
last
right.
part.
Yes.
Yeah.
The from and
Should
the
be
to
back in the
should be
top.
huge. Yes. That is. Yes.
And you also see this. Okay, without me clicking down, do you see what type of car it is? No. Oh, there you go. Honda Insight. I'm wrong. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's what you
It
got.
says
Your make and
unspecified.
model. Okay, we got
There.
your make and model.
Okay.
But I gotta
And then
tell
if
you,
you go
and I don't want to. I want it to again on the item by item. I want to say this because I'm going to type this in the live chat too. Is that
Okay.
the from and to is I don't know if it's too small or what is the problem? I mean, am I just not used to seeing it? What? How do we? Yeah.
Well, my problem is it is too small for one, I think. And the other problem I see is like, okay, so let's look at the other one. I think it's mainly because that's what you're looking for. You're not looking for the price first thing. Price is secondary. Where it's going to and from is what you're looking for, right? So when you're doing this, I want to see, okay, so it's in 7 Corners, Virginia, going to California, right? Then I want to look over here and see what kind of car it is and then what the price is. I don't even know why they would switch all this stuff. I mean, it's not like anybody's complained about it
And,
over the years,
and,
right?
here's what's in. This is where I'm glad you said that, because when it comes to the overall, there's so many design changes. This is where I'm gonna
Mhm.
say it, and it's better that I say it because I don't actually dispatch, and nobody can shut down my account, right? I can't be shut down because I'm just a guy on a camera. All right? Right. And now that I've said that, someone's like, I'm going to shut him down. Here's the thing, you got so many design changes. Why? Why?
Yes.
Why all these? Can't you just go? Can't there be some similarities between what we had before and what you've got now? It's
Right.
a totally different product that seems more impressive to a web designer than an actual logistics dispatcher or family
Right.
member that's looking for
Well,
loads. I don't I
and
don't
this
know why you got to
said,
click on this. Why do you have to click that arrow every time you want to look at a load? I don't have time for that. Am I wrong?
well, he just said he thinks it's because we're supposed to notify the broker when you click on it. No, that's what they're supposed to be doing so that we don't have to call a broker, but that's not what's going on. I can click on this.
Vistaga,
It's
they
not going
want
to
you to
send them
do
a,
that so they can notify the broker you clicked on it. Then they will give the broker your
yeah,
information,
no,
so they will call you. Truck Stop did this recently. They charge
no,
the brokers for this
no.
service. Yeah, Vistaga, I gotta say, I like the replies and comments, but I don't think that that is applicable here. And by the way, if
No.
that's how the system works, so that the broker knows you clicked on it, then once again, all these changes are for the broker and not the user,
Right.
right?
And
Because
then
why
what
does the
you're
broker
clicking,
need to know
you're
you
clicking through
clicked on it?
shadow. Yeah.
I actually don't understand,
Well,
but
and
I
yeah, and
like the
you're,
reply,
and I'm
Vistaga.
going to click on,
Kudos.
and well, and here's the thing: if you're looking for certain loads, you're going to click on all of them to see who the broker is. So you'd be getting calls left and right. And I think the
Well,
whole purpose of this, when I did that last interview thing with them, was that we didn't have to call the broker, and the broker didn't have to call us.
now, and
They were trying to make it like dispatch.
you're 100% correct in that when you're looking through a list of things that you want to decide, whether whatever you're buying,
Oh,
selling, whatever you're doing,
mhm.
stocks, you need to be able to scan
Yeah,
quickly through the items. You don't have time
right,
to click on every dang single one that makes no sense. That really doesn't make any sense.
right,
And it was never this way before, so I'm not sure who proposed this design idea, but they don't use it, right? And every company knows
right,
this. You've got your engineers that design stuff, and then you've got your salespeople that have worked with the customers that are going to use this stuff. And the two need to talk. You can't just design something, send it out, and then someone goes, yeah, how are they going to use this? By the way, what's it going to be like to use it? Well, to use this new version, and you got 2 weeks to learn it, I think that sucks.
yeah. Because before that, I remember we were doing this every once in a while, checking it, but it was not set up like this. I don't remember the money being first because I would have already said something to them. I thought it was pretty similar, but
So,
it wasn't. You know what
oh
I mean?
God,
We were trying to
this
do
is
this weird search.
oh God, this is great. Okay, Vistaga, thank you so much, really, for the input, because Vistaga just said, well, that's what happens on Truck Stop. They call you instantly when you look at the load. Can you imagine if every
Oh,
broker that you clicked on called you?
oh my God.
Oh my God.
We would never get,
That sounds
yeah,
horrible.
it'd be
Is that
fun.
the idea here? Did somebody from Truck Stop
Yeah,
go to Central and say, listen, I got a great idea? We're going to make it
um,
so every broker that gets clicked on calls the clicker.
oh God.
That sounds
I
insane.
would hang up
That
my
sounds
phone.
like a
Cut
total,
it off.
that is like a 50-year U turn. Is it the 70s again?
Nightmare.
We're going to have martini lunches. Okay. And Reese says, looks like vendors, builders did not get input from actual users. Glad Sue is being a voice. Thank you, Reese. Honestly, I don't know how to see it any other
Oh,
way, because
not the
what
one
you've
girl.
just showed me in the last 15 minutes looks horrible, and I'm
Mhm.
so glad I'm not dispatching.
Yeah, thanks.
Right. Okay. Okay. Here's another one. I just want to say, go to the right side. If you want to
Huh?
add states to your search, how do you do that?
Well, see, I was just playing with it right now. So I put in Oklahoma, Georgia, and you see where it says start radius will only apply to selected cities. So does that mean we can only put in like Oklahoma City, I want to press the search button. Let's see what happens. I'm just curious.
Because the drop down is gone, right?
Yeah, you can't, you know how you used to be able to put in, like, there is no drop down. You have to type in every individual place you're looking at. Whereas it used to be like you could click on North Carolina, click on South Carolina. Like, well, here, let's just go
you
to it.
you guys took away the
Okay.
drop
We're
down.
going to do
Why
comparisons
would
at
you
the
do
same
that?
time here.
That is
So, like, you
ridiculous.
have
I'm hitting
Dallas
my
here,
gavel
right?
again and
But
the
if you're
buzzer.
doing,
That makes no sense at
right,
all.
if you're doing a
Yeah,
region
where's the drop
search
down?
and
That was one of the best
we're hitting
features.
this, we're hitting this, we're hitting this, we're hitting this. Okay, so that, yeah, that is gone.
That's gone.
You have to put in, you have to type everything in. So if I'm looking at Kansas, I'm gonna have to type in Kansas
What?
and say you don't want Kansas City or Oakland. So you just want the state of Kansas. And then you have to keep typing these all in. North Carolina. So it's gonna take us even longer
What?
to look
You have
up.
to type each
Yeah.
state?
Each
Oh
state
my god.
has to go in. Yeah.
That is
And same thing if
terrible.
you were
Oh
looking
my
at,
god, who designed this?
yeah, yeah.
Sorry,
I
Central
will get,
Dispatch.
here's
If
the
this
only,
continues, this is crazy.
yeah,
And I've
yeah,
always wondered what's it going to take, because Central Dispatch has all the people, right? No load
right,
board even comes within. What am I trying to say? You've got a 50. If you got
yeah,
40,000 loads at Central Dispatch, any other load board
right,
is lucky to have 10% of that. But if you
right.
want
And
to
usually they're
finally
listing
drive
in
people
both
to
places.
other load boards, by golly, I
Yeah,
think you found it.
yeah. Because then also like, oh, so I will give them, here's the only thing I'll give kudos for. If you want to put in city searches and you want to put in multiple city searches, like you couldn't used to do that. Remember, you had to put in just Kentucky. You couldn't put in Lexington and Louisville. So now you can at least put
Right
in
now, somebody,
the city.
there's an executive like, I hate this guy. I want this show canceled. There has to be, because this is crazy. Why would you put all this work into this and not ask a user?
Well, exactly.
That makes
Well,
no
see, but
sense,
this
dude.
is the only good thing that I like is that you could
Okay.
put in city searches.
So you can put in
But
cities. Okay.
but
Well, why do you have to
you
get
still
rid of
have
the
to type
drop downs to
everything
put in
in.
cities?
I don't know because I would think you keep in the drop downs. Okay. If you want to do
Doesn't
two different drop
don't
downs, like you do
most
drop down for
websites
state,
have
drop
things
down.
like drop downs? Why would you ever get rid of
Oh
the
yeah,
ease? Aren't there drop downs at the top of the screen? Click on ship vehicles. That's a drop down, right?
yeah.
So clearly they don't
Post
hate
vehicle
drop
market.
downs, except for the
No.
users, I guess.
Well, and here you want to see something really funny? Watch
Yeah.
this. I'm gonna go to find shipments and click vehicles. You see this? Watch.
Yeah.
It brings you back to the old one.
Well, thank goodness. That's the first function I've liked. Good job, Central Dispatch.
So, and just so everybody knows, I'm just learning this
This
as
is
we're doing this
brutal.
today too.
I want to apologize right now. In fact, flag on the play. Jay got a flag. I apologize. I didn't mean to come out of the gate like this, but I am hating what I'm seeing. As a dispatcher for years, this is awful. And if anybody in the live chat isn't like, ready to like march on Washington over this, then you're not a user. Because if you're a daily user of this load board, this is you're going to be tortured. From what I'm seeing, allegedly, speculating live, opinions expressed are none of anybody, etc.
Hey, okay, so I just found this out. When you're not in the search engine, look what comes up. You can
Well, all
see
right, there we go. So when you're not in the search engine, that's much better.
Yeah, that is better.
That is better.
I'll give them some of that.
So
okay, so we're gonna go back.
Wait, where was that listing inside dispatch to me?
Yeah, no, this is under. I had to go back to the regular new search engine, and then if you just bring it up here, so you can't search up here. You have to search.
I want to say something nice because I feel like I've just been cruel and unfair, right? No, but it sounds that way. That I like the new and the posted 1 hour and posted 2 hours ago. I like that. What do you think of that?
Well, I had a problem with that. Okay, so yesterday when I was comparing the one to the new, it wasn't showing the new loads listed as in the last hour or the last 2 hours on this new page. So I have an idea. Let's actually do a search Does anybody have a search that we should look out there yet?
Well,
Okay, if not, let's just do.
we
I'm
got
gonna
to
do.
figure out how to use this thing if we're going to search anything.
So I'm
Seriously,
gonna put in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're just gonna go
I'm still just
to
getting my
Ohio.
feet wet trying to figure out what's going on because
Right.
this
So
if
I'm gonna
everything
do a
starts
search.
with the search is step 1, and if the search is painful, wow.
Okay, here's the other thing. Now they do offer on our mileage. They've added in 75 miles, which is handy.
Yeah, great. This is what improvements look like.
That's what we should have. Yeah. All right. Now I'm
Yeah,
gonna pull
now
up
that's an easy, and that was an easy thing to fix.
Yeah.
All you had to do is update some
Yeah.
code and you added it to the
Yeah.
drop
75
down.
miles. All right. Let's see if they
Jay
match.
is
I'm just
brutal
curious if
today,
they match.
just scathing. This is like Jay's dropping napalm now.
Okay. So
And by the way,
if we
Vistaga
look at
says,
this,
so off topic, does Central have power only? See, that's the thing. Vistaga, you don't use Central Dispatch every day, do you? I mean, I'm not criticizing you, but if you're a dispatcher or a constant user, then... And I want to hear from some constant users. Please say hello. Stevie Wonder
yeah.
strikes again.
Okay. So.
Okay.
So
And I'm going to try to calm down.
here's the okay. So here's the old one.
Can't believe I'm getting upset about this.
It says we have 8 listings, 1 highlighted. Okay. So here's the new one. We have 1 listing highlighted, so that's matching. But they have 9 loads, and we only have 8 on this one. So what's the difference? Let me scroll through here. Go back to this one.
By the way, this is the old look, and this is what happened the last time they rolled out a look. Is really you clung on to the past as long as you could. Oh, give me the Commodore 64 and the Atari over this new Macintosh stuff.
I mean, I agree. I don't like change either. I'm with you on that one. But it's got to be.
It is a thing. Nobody really likes change, and I get that. But if you're gonna just delete some of the main functionality, I don't know what you're doing. Like that search stuff.
Trying to figure out. Okay, so is this part that's missing? This Acme? Acme wasn't on this list. Okay, so Acme's not on this list, but it's on this list. Now, why?
Oh, hey, Kimberly's in here. What's going on, Kimberly? Do they give... Good question. Do they give free demos on how to use their search features? That's a great question. They certainly need to, don't they? Because if we're left to figure... And here's the good news. Here's your email. Hey, good news. Good news, car hauling world. We're going to change everything in a couple weeks, and you can't go back. Peace out. Like, are there links of how to get training how to use this? Because clearly we need it.
Oh my God. I just got an email just now from Cox Auto to ask if we could help them with the design of the new search engine.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. CC puede.
Yes, we can. Are you watching the show?
Well, listen, and you know what? So here's the thing. If anybody is watching on the executive side or the design side, now that, we've just done 20 minutes of brutality, the thing is, we need, there's some functions we need, okay? When I say we, I mean, think of all the dispatchers, carriers, forget about the brokers for a second. It's the supply side, the money side always gets the spotlight. Can we focus on dispatchers and carriers and family members and users? Let's just focus on that for a moment. Because if you're one of those people and you're trying to find loads to stay in business on this load board, and your search function now takes 10 times, how long does it get? Sue, let's run an experiment. I'm glad they're watching. Okay. Let's do a search on the old. Let's somebody give us a route scout, and if nobody gives us a route scout, we'll make one up. And we're going to compare how much it takes to do a search from the past and a search starting next month. Okay? So let's do all right, let's pick. Are you searching any cars? Are you searching any routes right now? What do you got there? Georgia, Ohio?
I got I've got a guy in Oklahoma City right now.
All
So
right.
I'm
Oklahoma
trying to get
City.
him to
Where's he
so we're
going?
gonna go Oklahoma. We're gonna go to Atlanta.
All right. Oklahoma City to Atlanta. Great.
All right. So that took me what, a few seconds, right?
Right. You
That's
did
all it took.
Oklahoma City to Atlanta. Yeah, it took. Yeah, you're right. It was so fast, I didn't even have time to get to my dice.
Right.
Now let's
So
do.
I'm gonna go and do this one
Yeah,
now.
a new search, Oklahoma City to Atlanta. Now the problem is that's city to city, so that's going to be easier.
That's
We need
gonna
to
be
do
easier.
multiple states to multiple states.
But if you'll notice, you see what I'm having to do? It's not finding them right away like the other one did. Okay,
Okay.
so
Well, and the other one
also,
didn't used
this
to
is
do
what I
that.
figured
But
out, too.
I am jumping in. I'm jumping in here. That was not a good example because that was too easy. That was one city to one city. I want to go back. I want to start again.
Okay.
Okay. We need to.
And just so you know, it's making us set the filter parameters every time we look for loads.
Yes.
We need to put that on the list.
Okay.
Filters
Put that on the list.
every time.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one automatically has the filters built in. As long as I keep it on that filter, it stays. So even with us doing this, Jay, because I had to go in and change the filters,
Yes.
it still is taking longer.
And I'll tell you what, that also happened when they had the new look. This would be the new look. So
Yeah.
some of these things I know can get fixed, but I want to go to some serious functional problems. Okay, if you're gonna search,
Okay.
I want you to
Let's
search
see.
from the Midwest to the Southeast.
Yeah, and you can't duplicate tabs. And that's
Oh, you can't duplicate
You
tabs
can't
any longer
duplicate
either.
tabs? Oh, I hate that. Oh my gosh. Duplicating tabs is critical to being a
Yes.
good dispatcher for multiple drivers.
Also,
Maybe they're
it
trying to
does
get
not-
rid of.
the-
I don't know. I don't want to go there. Okay, I want Midwest
also-
to the Southeast, please.
So Midwest
Yep,
to Southeast. Okay.
Yes.
And there's another thing we need to
because that's a
it
search
is
that I've
doing.
done. Let's say I don't know what we're gonna do.
Okay. So I've got that up. Keep in mind, I've already got my parameters in of
Okay.
3 days. All right.
Midwest to
So
Southeast.
500
How long
listed-
did that take? Few seconds.
2 seconds. Okay.
All right.
So now
I
let's
want to
go.
see Midwest to Southeast on this
clear all
new
this out.
search.
So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go. I gotta type up Mid East. Or to come up. Or
No,
not.
Midwest. Can you type Midwest?
At least it didn't do it for me yesterday.
There's Midwest Plains.
Oh, you
so
can't.
yeah,
Oh,
I
thank
guess.
goodness. Okay, thank goodness.
And then what was the other one? What
Southeast.
did we just do?
Southeast.
Dispatch.
So you got Southeast.
got it.
Okay, thank goodness.
Okay. But they're not up at the top.
Okay.
Now
and you-
watch. Now
yeah.
I'm gonna have to go put a filter in. Oh, it saved it that time. So maybe it just didn't. I don't know why it would do it one
Okay,
time. and not
So
the
wait
next.
a minute. Why am I still seeing all those other loads sitting there? I'm starting a new search. I don't need to see Oklahoma, Georgia while I'm doing this search.
No,
You know what I'm
it should
saying?
change. Like you're right. That's
Yeah,
what it
that
does
was
there.
that
Yeah.
was a totally different. I do not need to see all the loads sitting there. That's
Yeah,
why I don't
I
have
agree.
enough screen space because I'm seeing
Yeah.
all the loads from a previous search that doesn't apply to this search.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need all that
Well,
stuff sitting on
and,
the screen. I don't.
Evidence concealed.
We're not.
That's why we don't have any room.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's David.
All right, figure that out.
Call David right now. Okay. Also, let's see here. Here's the other thing I found out. Jen found out last night. She was using the new search engine. When she came in the next morning, it was wiped clean. She had to start over from scratch. Every page.
Yeah, I'm finding the Highlander. was
What?
picked up and delivered to me.
Yes.
Yeah, I was mad.
Well, it's letting you duplicate, but it's not letting you duplicate the same
Did you,
page.
hey,
Okay,
Jen?
so what's
Did you write down that complaint? What would you call that?
I don't know. I wrote it down.
Non-functioning?
Not functioning.
I mean, it is duplicating. It's duplicating, but it's duplicating blank.
And here's, you know what? Here's the problem. Here's a good example of the problem. When you ask for feedback and you don't get much, you assume nothing's wrong and everything you're coming up with is great. It's when you release it and then you delete the ability to use the past, that's when you find out how bad you whiffed it. Companies do that all the time. Fall of Live says just when you get access to Central, you have to wait to get either 10, 20, 30 positive reviews to get to 3 months before you get access to most loads. While I agree with that, that's not even basic functionality, that's what I want to focus on, because this is what's going to get attention, is basic functionality problems. If we start getting into the weeds of, talking about ratings and stuff, which is important, but if basic functionality's messed up, nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Chris Chamberlain, Jay's 80s Jordache jeans flashback. I'm wearing Jordache. I am right now because I'm begging for a Commodore 64 at the moment. I really don't. Somebody write this down at Cox, please. Go to that screen you just had. There's no need to see previous listings when I'm doing a new search, because I'm not looking at that route right now. I'm creating a new route. So, Sue, go back to that screen, please. Go back to where you were searching. There we go. Stay right there. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
You mean to the old one we were looking at?
Shoot,
right?
where were you?
This one.
Okay, yeah, stay there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. When I'm doing a search, I don't need the first 2/3 of the screen. I'm not looking at it. Right? I'm doing a new search. So you can so rather than being squeezed into the last section on the screen, take that section, make it full screen, and let me do everything without clicking around, display, filter. This is a basic user function. I do not need to see that Grand Prix staring at me because I'm not interested in it. If I'm doing a new search, I don't care about those loads sitting there. That's a total waste of space. So that should be a very clear design change. You don't need all that. You are wasting space. And I know, and that's another thing, there's too much white space because I can't see enough loads on the screen at one time. And that's something, I feel like I've been saying that all along. Because go back to the old look, if you would.
Okay.
Yeah, again, why is there all this space? Why can't, scroll down, how many loads can you get on one screen at a time?
Well, we're
like
blown
6
up here, so
why can't it be 8 or 10? Why not? Why do I need all that space? I actually don't understand it.
Well, yeah, why?
I really don't.
A lot of space up here too.
There's so much wasted space, and I know it's great at the stockholder meetings and the picnics and the barbecues. It's awesome. But when you're a user, it sucks. You're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and I don't get it. I just don't get it. Does that make sense? Am I alone with my Jordache jeans? Probably. I'm used to it.
Well, I get they did something that you said that you wanted.
What?
It doesn't matter what you verified. He picked up the wrong car.
Right. And all this we still got a busy office. The experience on a mobile device is better with the new layout. Yes, very interesting, Fall of Lives. That's another thing, is that the mobile team and the desktop team seem to be on different teams. Because I've noticed that too. When they went to the new look from the old look, it was better mobile. But I think most dispatchers, I don't think your average dispatcher, but again, maybe that's it. Maybe nobody cares about dispatchers, and the whole illegal dispatcher thing is just caught on. Because things just get worse and worse for dispatchers. Maybe this is an attempt to weed out dispatchers without just coming up and saying it. Because don't dispatchers use computers? Like desktop hardware, like IBMs and stuff? Do dispatchers sit on iPhones and do their business that way? Am I wrong?
I think some might, but I don't know how to do it. I can barely handle it because it's so tiny.
I don't know how you dispatch from a flip phone. I really don't know. And I've tried it,
God, no.
and it's horrible. It's horrible. All right.
Okay.
Boy, somebody
So
really put something in his juice today because he's all wound up and he's not even a dispatcher anymore. Honey, what's he talking
okay,
about?
the wrong call. It's the VIN every time.
Okay, then we'll have
Oh.
5
I'm
minutes
getting
left.
more used to. I will say this: I'm getting more used to the to and the from. I think it's cool to get the Central Dispatch logo in there. That's cool. But I don't think it's as efficient as I don't know. I like the big dollars. I like the big dollar amounts because that does catch my eye. But if you're not, why are there brokers on this page? Are they? What are we on right
Because
now?
remember, I took the search off. Because I took, see, if you don't have the search on, like right here, you can see the broker because it brings it all the way across the page. The other thing, I will say I like this. Instead of, where you had to have the push a little button to see how much it weighed
Yes.
and what the length and height is,
Yes.
this is giving it to you all right there. I like that
Yes.
because half the time it didn't work.
Yes.
So
I
that's
agree
great.
with you.
Yeah.
Yes. That is better. And also, it looked like there was an
Now-
in-op symbol. Like, scroll down.
Let's find an in-op. Yes. The
So
red
that's
too.
does that
Like-
mean in-op?
Or they were
Or
just
does?
writing. Yeah, that's what
And
that
it's
means.
red.
Because look, and now
Yes. All right.
Yes.
Now we're cooking with grease.
before,
So
yes,
yes,
and the other one would
skip
just say
the first
in-op,
half
really
hour
tiny
if you want
letters.
some good news. Here we go.
Yeah, we did the bad first. We're doing the good now.
Okay, good. Now, are you saying
Anyway.
after I've done my search, I can see the broker?
Yes, if you don't leave your search on where it was like this. Okay, don't leave that search on. Exit out. Then it brings it all the way across, and you can see it. Now you still have a drop down. I don't know what the purpose of the drop down
What's
is.
the
Probably
drop-down
to
do?
get the phone number. What does the drop down do? Well, it gives you the pickup hours. What?
Can you put this car back up and then we'll set him back up to Ohio?
No, I don't know what we're gonna do yet.
Why do we need the drop down? I don't get it.
Iowa, so there's nothing I can do about
Don't you already have most of that information? But I mean, I'm not. That's
Yeah.
fine if you want an optional drop down. That's fine. I just don't want to have to use. Where's the order ID? The order ID is only available on the drop down.
Is there even an order ID?
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
So the order ID is not on the row. Well, that's a mistake.
No.
That doesn't make sense. Where's the
Yeah.
order ID?
Order ID. Let me put that on there. Not.
I think Vistaga's right. I think there's something going on. They want you to click it. And listen, if you want me
I
to
think they
click
want
it,
you to
yeah, I
click
guess
it
you can force
because-
me to click it. But I do not like the order ID missing from the row. It could easily be there. So, but I don't
think the
know
reason
what
why
the
they
shareholders
did it-
want. Let's see here.
I blame you, Jay.
Probably
I know
not
that- I
using
know why they want
phones,
us-
but Chromebooks and large screen tablets with keyboard attachment sales are up. Yeah, that's the. If you're seriously dispatching, you have got to get a computer or a giant tablet. I don't know what it is, but you can't. If you're a dispatcher and that's what you do, you can't manage 5 drivers on a cell phone. If you can, man, send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com, because you need to be. We need to talk. You need to be interviewed because you got something crazy awesome going on. Do you think Central Dispatch is censoring some of the content for certain users to see and other users not to see? I don't know, Rob. I really don't. That's an interesting question. But I don't understand this. You got to click the drop down to get the order ID. That makes no sense. Because again, I'm trying to move fast. I gotta move fast. These things, a good load's flying off the shelf. I don't have time to click everything and call you and you call me. And
Do you remember when you were complaining and saying you wanted more on the screen? Maybe that's why they didn't put the order ID on there.
Is this?
Just to make
Oh,
it
this was the
smaller.
answer.
Yes,
Oh,
that's your fault.
I guess I misspoke then. Yeah, I do want more on the screen without clicking stuff. Actually, here's the thing. Okay, seriously, let's be serious. What is in this drop down that's not already on the screen? I already got the vehicle.
So we've got
I got I
order
think the
ID.
weight was up there, right? The dimensions.
Yeah, the weight and the length was all up there.
What's the point of this drop down?
Um,
Oh, I got the hours.
Oh, wow,
I
it's-
never care about those.
Look at this.
Yeah.
They actually gave us an address on here. That's
Now
crazy.
that's good. Wait, but that's look, it's on the
But then on
road.
the-
That's on the road.
Yeah, that's because I don't know about that one. But they're not all like that.
Yeah, so click that.
Okay.
Listen, you don't need this drop down thing.
She will call you after she gets done on the show. I just had to let you know because you just found out.
Yeah, I mean, really, the
I mean,
order ID.
There's the posted date is on the drop down. You could easily put that on that row. There is plenty of space to still please the shareholders and the users. There's still plenty of
The
space.
hours.
I don't need the hours. Nobody cares about the hours. You think somebody cares that you stopped working at 4 o'clock? If it's 8 o'clock and they want the load, they're going to call you. Nobody cares.
Well, but I like to see them because then, you know, if they're on Central Standard Time, like this should have on here whether that's not on there.
All right. All right, fine. You can have your stinking hours, but I don't think the hours validates a drop down. Oh, I said drop down. This is not a drop down. This is what would you call that?
That's a drop down. But they need to put on
it's
here
not an
whether they're
actual
Central or
drop-down.
Pacific.
It's more of a like an additional info button. Because I don't want to
Do you
miss
see
terms.
that? I know you don't care about the hours.
And
all
I'm
that,
trying
but
to help. And I'm wound up because I can't believe that search thing. I can't believe that actually.
Look at this.
That's insane.
Look at this. But see, my thing they should also have on there whether they're Central Standard Time, Pacific Standard Time, Mountain Standard Time, because unless you know the phone number. I know Cars Arrive is in Arizona, right? But they always had this on there before, so you know that you're not calling someone at the crack of dawn. Say you're in New Jersey and you're calling somebody in California.
So we'll just make a little note. Okay, so make a note. Pickup hours. If you're going to put the pickup hours, we should know the time zone.
You know, yes, we definitely.
But
need the
again,
time zone.
I don't personally care, but I'm with you. Okay, I want to go back to. I want to get back to basic search functionality because this is we're not coming back to this. We're not going to do another show where I'm wound up about fundamentals. Okay, because nobody wants to watch that. All right. One show, Jordache Jeans is a one-hit wonder. Okay, so let's go back to basic search functionality because I want to put this puppy to bed. What's it like searching for loads on the new look? Is it does it work or does it suck?
I don't like it. But
all right, so let's give me another search. How about this? How about Ohio, Michigan to Texas, Louisiana? Let's do a search. Let's try to actually search for loads like we would.
State, right?
Okay, so Ohio, that wasn't that bad. But it sucks. You got to type it in. Why do you have to type it in? Okay. All right.
Yeah,
so there you go. So I don't know why you have to type in. You should be able to click states. Seriously. You shouldn't have to type.
I agree.
Every time? That is no. That's a no. All right. So Ohio, Michigan to Texas, Louisiana. Yeah, because if you really this dog, here we go. They need an icon for cash, quick pay, etc. If you really want to make it awesome, show me a map and I can just click states. Let's do that, you know?
Oh my God, right. They don't have on here how it's getting paid. Oh wait, here. You have to check that's the other thing. You have to click down here to see if it's a COD. Look.
The form of payment is not on the row.
No. You have to click on it to find out what the form of payment is.
That sucks. Oh my God.
Because a lot of drivers only take COD.
Exact
right?
form of payment is like essential information. I have to know. I need to know. I need to know the name of the broker. I need to know the form of the payment, and I need to know how much it's paying. And obviously, I need to know where to where. You know, but if form of payment is another reason why I skipped it. And that's on the click button.
So look, also, like, I don't know if you noticed this, but when I type in a state, you have to scroll down to find just the state. So it's not like
You said Grand Prairie, right?
just typing it in and there it is. You have to scroll to find the state. So that takes time, extra time too, that you didn't need to do.
But I do like that idea of the more like easier like icons, emojis. You know, like yeah, we could do diamond hands and fire and gold bars and sad eyes and stuff. That'd be great.
Well, look at this too. Okay, so when you go into the filter to change your filters, there's other drop downs. Like so, cargo tells you what types of vehicles. Okay. Then you have to go to date and pricing. I have to change it back to 3
Again,
days.
this should all be on the one big screen. I do not need to see that Honda Accord right staring me in the face while I do all that. There's no point.
Okay,
Really.
so I just did this.
I'm not gonna suddenly call a Honda Accord. I'm trying to search for loads.
Display. Okay, and then you got to go to this for display. Change this so we see all 500 loads as well.
I wonder if we can we make that part of the screen even smaller? Can we? How about a sliver? We'll call it like the beef jerky search. I just need like just a Slim Jim. I just need a little Slim Jim sliver.
Yeah, it's not letting me do it. All right, so I'm going to exit this and then we're going to see what we got here. We've got 286 loads.
Shoot, put the Slim Jim team on it. I love it.
So, okay, so we got a load here from Ann Arbor to Port Arthur. See, all I'm seeing is money, and it's just driving me insane. I like money, don't get me wrong. I want to see where we're going from.
I like money, don't get me wrong. I like money, though.
Well, I do, but that doesn't. Anyways.
Oh, man. But why all the white space? What do I need all that? You've got white space in between the information. You've got white space above the information, white space below the information. I mean, this is a shareholder's dream. The shareholders love this, by the way. They love the product, hate the show.
I think someone needs to give us a real route scout so we could really see how hard or how easy.
Yeah, we don't have a route scout yet. So if you have a route scout, I think did Vlad put something in there? Oh, Vistaga said Chicago to Seattle. Here's the thing. Chicago to Seattle, there's not enough to look at. We need a busy route scout. And I apologize for the way I said that. That was mean. Bad Jay. Oh, and Vlad had a question. I have a quick question today. My driver's going to go from New Jersey to New Jersey to Montana again?
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, God. Somebody please throw us a route scout. I'll take anything over New Jersey to Montana and Chicago to Seattle. There's something in the water. Sue?
What would be a good one?
Take the wheel.
You know what a good one
Hold my beer, Sue.
Detroit to Atlanta. Let's do Detroit to Atlanta. By the way, does everybody see that there's a search along the route, too? We're going to use that, too.
And now, see, look, you got the backhaul. And then we skipped it. You got the backhaul button, right?
There's
That's good. Or no, reverse
Here's
route.
The other thought.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we got to change this to 100 every single time we go in here, too. That's a pain in the butt.
Every time? What's the default?
Every time. Default is 25 miles.
Yeah.
Why?
It should be the opposite. It should be 100 miles should be your default, and then 25 after that.
Hey,
what's it do on our regular page?
Fritz has a search. Oh, finish this one, and then Fritz is next. Thank you, Fritz. Appreciate it.
Okay. Let's see. See, look, our automatic is 100 miles.
So you know they're going to cancel our meeting tomorrow. That's
Probably.
it. We just got ejected. We're like on that carnival deal where they pull the thing and you go in the water tank. Yeah, we're in the water tank.
Okay, so I put in Detroit to Atlanta, and it's going to bring up Cleveland. So it's going to give us a few options here. So I'm going to exit this because this is driving me nuts. All right, so we've got Detroit to Kennesaw, Georgia. Well, that's too cheap, as we all know. $300. Here's Flint. We know we're not up in Flint. Here's my thing. You know what else we're missing? It used to tell you how many miles from the main center it was, from Detroit. It would tell you 67 miles the Flint or something like that. It's not even doing that. Oh, that's going to drive me
Did
insane.
you write that down?
I'm writing that down right now.
Yeah,
I got a
write
whole
that down.
page going.
Yeah, you got to flip the page over.
Yeah, not giving
Your hand's going to get
us
tired from writing down all these problems.
many miles from your zip code that you put in.
215, I believe it was 10. Hold on, okay?
Okay.
Back left, stop the Highlander. No.
Which out of curiosity, what does he want us to do? Hang on.
This is Jennifer.
There's nothing we can do right now. Let's see. I'm
Yes,
going
ma'am.
to duplicate
ma'am.
because I want to see what it's going to do because I had something I want to look
right
up.
now, I really don't know what to tell you. because
Oh,
my
guess what?
driver is not playing
It
that
just
in that
brings up
area.
the whole
So
thing
that's
again.
right now,
You can't
I don't
duplicate the
see it,
same
so
load page.
You
All right,
can't?
Cannot.
You can't duplicate?
No, cannot.
Did you
You
write
can
that
duplicate,
down?
but it gives you, yeah, cannot duplicate the
Duplicate's a
same
big
page.
deal. I don't know. You know, again, this is only a user would know.
Just
When you
all
create
too
a search tab and you like what you know, you've identified some loads and you check the boxes and you're putting a route together and you want to do another search just to double check, do an alternate
I want
search.
to put in
You duplicate your
you can't put
tab,
a zip code in.
copy it, right? We
Okay.
copy tabs all the time. Copy your tab, and now just
Well,
make some
you
other
know-
changes instead of having to start over. Well, I guess that doesn't work. So goodbye. See you,
Well,
duplicate.
so, like on this search that I'm looking at, if you are a new dispatcher and you put in Detroit and you see this one in Flint, you're not going to realize that Flint is nowhere near Detroit. You know what I mean? That just doesn't even make any sense. And you're right; it's something that they don't realize people look for.
Well,
As
yeah.
I mean, even not just dispatchers, drivers are going to look at that.
There were
too.
no
They're looking for the
users.
remote.
There should be fine print at the bottom. There were no users involved in the redesign of this product.
Yes, exactly. It's fine though.
Yeah, she sounds. Yes, Fritz said you sound muffled. You got different audio
sorry.
today?
No, I got the same audio, and it's really
Same
close
audio?
to my mouth. So,
Uh.
it may be the internet.
Oh yeah, it
That
could
might
be
be
the
the
internet.
problem.
Yeah, okay.
A lot, so. Let's
As an
see.
advanced feature, it'd be neat if you could
Oh.
select a few loads and it would show them in order on a map. Hey, do they have anything like that, like a dispatch monkey?
I have a map right here. Hold on, let's see what it does.
Right, because I saw they did
Oh.
something, but I didn't know what it was. They're going to need some training videos.
Okay.
But I mean, you know, what's the point in making a training? That'd be the good news. Thank goodness there aren't training videos, because that would mean the feedback stage is gone. So we're still in feedback stage.
Okay,
We
so
haven't
look.
made the videos yet. That's good.
This is the map of what I just pulled up. There's 17 in Cleveland, 8 in this area. So they're telling you, now if I click on one of them, does it? No. So what is the 2, 3, and 7? They're not numbered on here, are they?
Yeah, I didn't understand the map function either. I mean, I think
Because it's not numbered.
it's headed in
For you
a
to
right
know.
direction, but I don't know what it does.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're going to number them on the map, you got to number them on the page, wouldn't you?
By the way, here's a treat, because right now, I mean, there's a coder on the ledge right now. Like, geez, these guys are ripping everything I just did. So I want to say this: I know coding and developing is hard. But I don't know why there were so many fundamental changes that a user would clearly have known. Don't do that. So I don't know where we're at here. I feel
okay,
like
so I just figured out something.
I feel like we're in the middle of a crazy, like when they made some of those crazy cars, like there was the Hudson Hawk or the Thing, or we're in a crazy redesign here. We got a problem. We got a situation, because if this car hits the line in 2 weeks, yikes. I don't know what's going to happen.
So look, when I blow up the map and I go to each of these, if you click on one of these loads, it tells you what that load is where it's at.
Okay, that's
right
good.
here.
That's good.
But my only problem is still not knowing how many miles they are from the location you put in. So say I usually put in the zip code of where my driver is delivering to.
Yes,
So
I agree with you.
Go to wherever.
Go
So
to
then
the
it
old
gives me
look.
exactly
Yeah.
how much.
Go to the old look and show that, because you're right. Miles, dude, that's another thing. Every user knows is this. When you talk to a driver about a potential load, what's the first question? How many miles is
How
it?
far away?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like to, and don't get me wrong, these are air miles, so I usually add 10 to 15 miles to whatever
Oh,
I think
amen.
it is.
Yeah. But at least it gives you an idea. Yeah, like 10 miles north of Oklahoma City, 20 miles northeast of Atlanta. That stuff is really, really helpful.
Yes, and that's not on here at all. And
We
it
didn't
really,
know how
really
good
needs-
we had it. You know what? That's the theme of the show. We didn't know how good we had it. No
True.
soup for you.
You're
Let's
the
see.
dispatch Nazi.
Dispatch Nazi. Oh,
Well,
okay, Jen,
all right.
flag on the play. Come on, you know you can't do that. It's 2021.
All right. So, all right. Well, so we see some of the major errors here, but let's all right. So let's look at. Do we really have people we need to look for?
Show's
We'll
gonna be
look
out,
and
man.
see how it works. Let's see.
And we still have to. His Fritz, your search is coming up. We're gonna search Maryland to Florida. This would probably explain why I don't work in. Yeah, they don't. They didn't. Nobody hired me for like redesign jobs because they would have thrown me out of the conference room in the first hour. Hope you had a good day, Jay. Go ahead and clear out your desk. Oh man.
All right. So every time you do a new search, you have to put in all your parameters, which is a real pain in the
That
butt.
blows. And you
Okay.
know, but here, I will say this. I think that was the way the new look was at first, because over time you get little tweaks. But to be clear, Sue, say it again.
Every time you do a new search, you have to put in all your parameters by meaning you have to show how many results you want on the page, which I always use 500. I want the hours listed on tag. I don't do 2 hours, by the way. I do 1. And then filter is how many. Gotta go down here to this. It's doing automatically 60 days every single time. I always do 3. This is, I don't like this stuff. And I'm not going to put a minimum total pay or minimum pay per. Well, maybe we should. Chris is going to Florida. Is that
So
what you're doing?
here's
Yeah.
the recommendation. If you're on the design team and you just saw Sue's demonstration there, here's what in summation the recommendation is. We know there are cookies all over the place and all that tech stuff. So when you make changes to your search filter settings, whatever I put in last, please have the program remember what I put in. That's my new default. And if I change that, then that's my new default. But we know those things exist. Please help us out. Please don't make us retype everything every time. We don't have time. By the time I've typed it all in and I'm fighting to not look at that Honda Accord for the last 10 minutes, it's gone, man. That load is gone.
Yeah, I agree. You don't have time. These loads go and come in as fast as they come up. And I just put in Florida, Maryland to Florida on the new search engine. It says there's nothing. So I'm going to put in it on the old search engine and see what, and it shows 107 listings. So what did I do wrong on the new listing? Okay.
Hey, Stacy likes it. Thank you, Stacy. Because I really am not trying to be some kind of blowhard. I'm not. Because I'm sure that's the one thing I've accomplished is that, somebody's written me off forever on my opinions of products. But really, as a user of Central Dispatch for years, I'm hating many things that I'm seeing. I know I'll get used to some of it, but this whole fighting to use the corner of the page to get the search done that's silly.
No.
Please don't do that to me. Please give me my drop downs back. Oh.
On there.
Okay.
And that's saying we know this. We're as we move into the future, we want things that we can click on. Whether you're in a restaurant, I can't read any of it. I just know that's a salad. You want to touch things, and you don't want to I'm looking for a salad today. thinking almonds and walnuts and radishes. No, I just want to click the radish and click the walnut. Can I click the walnut?
All right.
Please?
Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, all right, bye.
I'm confused as on this new. I'm trying to get this new search engine to work here. Okay, so I put on here in the filter, ready to ship in 3 days.
And after I order the salad with almonds and walnuts and radishes when I come back tomorrow, offer me the same salad again. Make that my new default.
Okay.
It's not working. Look.
I know, Fritz.
Incorrect.
Right? Oh, man. I don't know what happened. But I get pretty worked up about this stuff because you know what? That's the thing. That's actually why I created a channel. I didn't create a channel to put on a suit and tie and make a boring, whatever, irrelevant, unnecessary, this is no. We're not making another irrelevant show where we say the same thing and it's all this cheerleading and life is perfect and everybody gets rich. We know that's not real. We're making a show where we're trying to help. We really are trying to help. It's a roundabout way, but we're trying. We really are trying.
Okay, I'm trying this and it. Okay. Now it brought up 130. Now I gotta go switch my display again. Don't touch the filter. Apparently, if you touch the filter, it screws everything up. So I'm not doing that.
Don't touch the filter.
I tried to put in a certain amount. Yeah, I tried to put in a certain amount of money, and it brought up 0.
Okay. Some of this, and also when you're
sense.
developing, some of this is going to be a little bit buggy. But again,
Yeah.
some of these fundamentals, I don't understand.
Look, I put in the filter and I put 50 cents a mile, right?
Okay.
Okay, so I don't want 60 days. I want only 3 days. This is so annoying. I put in, okay, so it says 0.50, right?
Yeah.
It says put it in like that. So I got to put 0.5. Oh my God. So
Oh my God.
0.50.
Why can't you just click a quarter or a nickel or a dollar? Why isn't just make it little icons? That's that idea proposal. Because if you want to make radical changes and impress all the shareholders, let's do some really new things.
All right, so then I only want to do 1 hour.
Why does he keep saying shareholders? Because I know how corporations think. Come on, let's be real.
Okay. So automatically they're putting them on top without, you used to have to push on there that you want them up on the top, which why wouldn't you anyways, right? So you don't have to do that anymore. They automatically go to the top for the posted in 1 hour. All right, so this is what's on here. Honestly, this is difficult to look at to see if you want to take a look. Let's see. We've got West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, good. You're doing the Fritz search, Maryland to Florida. Great.
Yeah.
So what's it like?
Add. Oh, hold on.
What's that do?
Let's see. I bet this. I don't know. Did you see it go up in the air?
Yeah, that was kind of neat.
Worklist.
So you got a work list. So your work list is loads that you liked.
Yes. Okay, so let's create a work list. I want to see this. These are all going to kind of the same area. I bet it puts them on the map for you.
Ah. Aha. So that's
there's a couple.
This is looking somewhat promising.
Now let's go to the work list.
Yeah.
So that put all of them in a separate thing for you right there. Now let's go. Is there no map? No, there's no map.
Oh, there's no map?
Damn.
Oh, man. I was getting so excited.
I was too, because I was like, okay, that makes more sense. It puts it on the map for you so you can really see where you're going. Apparently not. So all I did for the work list was...
Is there any map function anywhere?
No, I mean, it used to be on, even in the load, you could press map, remember?
Yeah, so you can't press map? Oh, well, maybe they ended their relationship with crappy maps.
Look, view route right here on the old scout on the
Yeah,
old
there's
one.
view route. So there's no more view route.
I don't think so.
We
Yeah,
don't
it's
need no
embedded map.
stinking map.
Let's see, view route. No, there's no
There's
view
no
route.
route, huh?
No. Well, that's
Wow.
disappointing.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's no.
This is
Okay, I need to add that
crazy.
one. Hold on. No
Is
longer.
it just me? Is it just Sue? Are we alone? Does
No, I don't
everybody
think
else?
we're alone.
Because honest, I don't see a revolt in the live chat. I think everybody else is like, nah, we're good. Everybody else is like, nah, I love it. I can't wait to be forced to use this. This is fantastic, and this is literally why you know you get what you get.
I think, yeah. I think, well, okay, for example, was it
Crickets,
about
man.
10 years ago they
Crickets.
raised the rates on Central Dispatch so dang high it was unreal. I started a revolt. I contacted everybody on Central Dispatch like that. I sent out emails like back to back through Central to all the brokers. And we all sent in emails to them and they reduced the rate for at least a year and then they upped it back up. But we got it down. I
Wow.
got it down within that first few days of what they were offering.
You
I don't know if people really understand how much they charge here. Let's
So
see.
Vlad says it's true. I am alone. Everybody's good. Yeah, Vlad says everybody's good. And are they going to raise the rate again? I mean, why not, right? If nobody's going to complain and everybody loves it, and we made all these changes and we spent all this money, yeah, let's double it. Are they going to double the rate? Why not? Triple it, I say.
I bet they'll raise the rate.
Yeah,
I
go
bet they
for
will
it.
too.
Yeah, triple.
Because they're going to
triple
say they
it.
did all this work on it. Yeah.
Say,
I
call it like
think so, too.
COVID hardship. We have to triple the rate. Why
Yeah.
not?
So to get them out of the work list too, you got to remove them. And it
Yeah,
takes
honestly,
them
I don't
out.
understand. If there's no map stuff, I don't know why we do the work list.
Well,
Because
would.
you could just check
do
it
what I've always
before.
done.
It didn't require extra processing power,
Right.
right?
Right. And
You
then
just
you can
check it or
go
not
look
check
at
it.
it.
Check,
Yeah.
check, 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 check. Now you go. Thank you for adding.
Let's see.
Hold on 1 second. Da 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 da. Like elevator music.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Thank
it's
you
really
for
difficult
clicking.
to look for loads on here. Honestly, this is going to drive me insane.
Oh yeah, no, I can't believe in 3 weeks that this is the way it's gonna be. That's wild, dude. Meanwhile, I'm gonna say this. Meanwhile, I've seen some of the other load boards. If if the torture chamber hasn't been spiky enough, check this out. Some of the other load boards are getting better and better. I don't know if you know that, but there really is something going on because if we continue to see steps backward while other folks are stepping forward, it's going to get really interesting. Okay, Michael says map is at the top of the screen, and he says it. Okay, so Michael is not. I don't think Michael's pleased with my caricature. So click on map. Michael, let's do what Michael says.
We just did the map, but what we were saying is when we did the worklist load, why the worklist load didn't go to the map. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
We already did this map thing, but it's not the same map that you think it is. It's not doing your load on like it did over here,
right?
Where it says view route. It's totally different. See, view
Michael
route does this.
Yeah.
This is what this is doing for your map. That's not viewing your route. It's
so
not
show it.
Yeah.
So show it again. So let's say Michael, Sue, map is on the top right. So Michael's positive that I think Michael's positive that we don't know how to use this product. And so in case we're miscommunicating, how would you explain to Michael what it is that we're not seeing that we thought we were going to see?
Okay, so like I said, I clicked map. This is what your map is, okay? They're just showing you where the loads are on the map, but it's not giving you the route. Right. Whereas on the old one, when you click view route, this gives you from point A to point B.
So
that's
Michael,
what we're talking about as far
viewing the route is missing. Yes, there's a map button. And yes, you can click it. And yes, when you click it, it'll tell you more about where loads are on the map. But what's really important to a user is the route map. And that is not. We can't find route map. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you, Michael. Cool. So we're all right. And that really being able to communicate is one of the. I think it's a fundamental that's missing. Actually, as society moves forward in the calendar, we're lacking the ability to communicate, and so that is, to me, that's one of my fundamental important things. If we can't communicate, I don't know what we got, and we are not communicating.
Okay.
Because this map doesn't tell me. I don't see any information on these maps.
I think I found it. Look, I put these on the work list.
All right.
Yeah, so look, we go to map. All right.
Okay.
We go to work list.
Okay.
Ah, crap, it didn't. All right, I lied. It didn't work.
No. Come on.
I thought that's what it was going to do.
I know.
Like when you show up, do this, look, I'm on the map. You click work list. It should automatically
there we go. Michael. See, that's what we're saying. Michael says, wow, that is worthless map. Yeah, I honestly, 71. Oh my gosh. Hey, Sue, 71.
71 loads, yeah.
71 loads. We don't need
71 loads.
So does that mean pack up the family and move to 71?
No, it means they're all right here. So if you keep blowing them up and if you click on the F for what? I don't know. Anyways.
Michael, this was for Michael.
Yes. And then it brings you this load up here. Right. That's where this load is. This one right here. Car delivery. It's a Dodge Ram 1500. Right. I don't know why it would be F, why all of them are Fs. Maybe put the name of the company there? I don't know. It doesn't really help me a lot.
Yeah, what does F stand for? F.
No, they're all Fs. And then you have two. So if you so the numbers are that they're making them so tiny that you gotta click F again. Yeah, I know what F stands for too, but I don't think that's what we're talking about.
Well, yeah, why isn't it a number or some other identifier?
Yeah. So this is.
But again, we're in the weeds because this is Fs, 71s, 2s, whatever, is still less important than mileage and map route. I'm glad thank God the compare. You know, Sue, why isn't the compare button front and center? It should be. That's a joke. That is a joke. Don't do that. That is a joke.
Oh my! I didn't even look at this as a broker.
Yes. All right. So well, now there you go. So what do the brokers think? We've been looking at this as a dispatcher the whole time. What do you think a broker thinks of this?
I mean, I don't know if they would care. You know what I mean?
Well, but what's on there? How about on there? What has posting a vehicle changed? Yeah.
No, it's the exact same.
It is?
My vehicles, yeah, it's all the same. So the only thing that's changing is the search engine part of it. Like that.
I'm sorry, what?
That's the only thing that's changing is the search engine, and that's it. Apparently right now anyways.
Yeah, see, Michael hit it on the head. Dispatchers are going to have to raise their percentage because I don't even know. I don't even think that'll solve the problem. I don't know what you do. And you know what I'd really like to do at this moment is go back to the original, team, why did we do this? Why did we make these changes? Did we do this because we were solving the problems that people told us that we had? Why are we making these changes?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I thought originally when I did the little thing with them, they talked to me about being able to click on a load and get the load through email without calling the broker.
Okay.
Like Super Dispatch does. Like
okay.
Go into their load book.
Is that can you book a load by clicking?
On Super Dispatch, yes, you can. You can go on the load board and click a load.
Can you do that here?
No.
Okay, so
but that's what they originally
we did not solve that problem. All right.
No. And I don't know if that's their ultimate game plan.
That's where this
and that's what they're going to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which I could
And I-
actually
and I- and like I
see
said-
that. Right?
Yes. If here's the problem. There's a big if. Like I told them that day. I said, okay, that works for some brokers, but some brokers that half the time don't answer the phone. You think they're going to answer an email?
Yeah.
So, and then they want you also to text them. They don't want it sent through an email because they're not going to answer it. So it's only going to, there's only going to be, well, let's say that 50% of the people comply. And I bet you that's probably about right. And then, like, Metro isn't going to comply to that. They're going to want you still to go to the load board. Cars Arrive is going to expect you to go to their load board. You know what I mean? It's not going to work for everybody.
You know what's so interesting you said this, Sue, is that did you see the show Tuesday night? I don't think you did. I don't think you see those, and that's fine.
No, I
so
didn't.
let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Plateau Load Exchange is an overarching
Right.
architecture through which all of the technologies can communicate. And it would seem that we need a plateau for load boards too. And if we had one, then you could click to email, click to text, click to knock on front door. And I think that's where some of this does need to go. But this is part of the problem too, and this is why we're always going to have a show, is there's always going to be brokers that don't want to do it that way, you know, because they want to do the poker game. This is how they get rich, you know, and fulfill the destiny of the yacht and, you know, whatever. Barbecue for life. I don't know what it is. But so you're going to have the brokers that do not want to be contacted that way. And then you're going to have the brokers that do. And until we arrive, I think that we just have to arrive at that truth. And that truth, I think you can see.
Right.
If we look back at how dealers used to sell cars, the dealers that don't have websites now are the minority. It did not used to be that way.
Right.
It used to be most dealers, you had to go drive up. The guy jumped off the curb, jumped on the hood of the car, and basically took you hostage for 8 hours. That's how buying cars used to be. And that's how booking loads is right now. And when we get to the shift where that's the minority, then we're going to start to see. But again, that doesn't even explain some of these fundamental. This search screen needs a lot of work.
It does.
Yeah.
I don't think I would start it on the 15th.
And that's step one. Search is step one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I guess we're going to have a lot to talk to them about, huh?
Well, and the thing is that, go ahead.
Yeah, we do have another issue. Like but I don't know if anybody else is noticing, when we're getting loads, they're all micro-sized now. They're itty bitty tiny. Unless you have bifocals, you're not able to see all this stuff.
Where
the dispatch sheet themselves.
In your dispatch? Oh no!
Yeah,
in your dispatch to me?
Yes, I don't think I can show you because it shows fine on the screen.
Show me. Can you? How about this? Are you able to email something to me and I'll redact?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
Do that right now.
I won't be able to redact right
now. I don't know if anybody else noticed it.
I'll share a redacted view either tomorrow or Tuesday. Yeah, send me several because that sounds terrible. Why would they do that?
It is. You got me. Before it was too big, and it was going into 2 pages lately. Now they've got it micro-sized.
It's hard to read.
And it's really hard to read.
Micro-sized.
I'm sending it to you right now.
Oh man. And this is, this is no small foot. It doesn't even make sense. The thing is that it is hard to be a nationwide relied upon resource making changes, and everybody's got their he's and their haws and wants to jump in and give nuggies. But the thing is, some of this just doesn't make sense. And I guess that's what we have to do tomorrow is I think we need to focus on these fundamentals because we don't want to get lost in the weeds. Yeah, the miles. Let's make a top three. Let's make top three gripes. Okay, I'm gonna start with number one. I do not understand why the search is so much harder now.
I have on the
And then we
phone
can
this
go
this
into
week.
reasons why it's harder. All right. So number one is search. Number two, where did all the miles go? What happened to the view route miles? I don't understand that.
Uh,
And three, why do you need that clickable carrot? It looks cool, but why do I need that? Why can't I have, if I really want this load, I can click the carrot and send new bowling shoes to the broker and all kinds of great stuff. But I want to just see the information. I don't want to have to click every carrot. Why do I have to do that?
yeah, yeah. I don't either.
I
Want
really
to
don't.
be able
Where's the
to-
order ID? So, search, miles, carrot. And no, and those are at least broad topics that right there, we could eat up a whole weekend right there. I'm sure of it. How long is our meeting? 1 hour?
Okay, so this,
This was actually really helpful that we did this today live because
Yeah.
we're able to kind of get our ducks in a row so that we're not like, so it's not like Animal House food fight, Let's try and have an organized conversation. And I'm sure we'll be much more
and
professional
I'm
tomorrow.
sure.
We'll be totally different people.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure, being that they're not users of this,
They're not
we know
users.
that
Yeah.
because I've had the question asked
No.
to me
They're not.
that they didn't know how. In fact, they asked me exactly what I did every day, how I found loads, how I called to get a load, how accepted loads. That tells you they don't actually physically do any of this, so they have to be told by people like us. Otherwise, they'll never get it right.
Well, and that's why I come back to the argument. How did you get the March 15th deadline when nobody's using it? Like why March
Right.
15th? I'm just going to say right now,
Right.
I would change that deadline. I'm sure you can't. Again, I'm going to give the shareholder speech. The emails have gone out and the posters have been made, and we're going to have AC/DC with a revival and all the cooked fish and Fire Festival, but I would probably delay March 15th if you could.
I would too.
I really would. I don't know why. What's the hurry? But again,
Bizarre.
there's going to be resignations all across. Elon Musk would probably chime in. How dare you? March 15th? That's when we're landing on Mars.
yeah, request. Today
So we
before
have about
St.
5
Patrick's
minutes
Day.
left. And this has probably been one of the crazier shows we've done.
Oh, well, I pressed the refresh button
Have you
over
booked
here
anything?
instead
Yeah.
and on their page.
Yeah,
And
you have to reset
If
it
you
all.
okay, so everybody knows this one too. You can only refresh from here. If you refresh from here, it brings you back to every load listed.
Yep, you have to reset all your parameters again.
Oh my
I
God.
found that out yesterday.
Oh, that sucks.
Not happy.
Yeah, that does. Or you start over. I'm writing that down.
Yeah, definitely write that down. Now, again, in all fairness, I think some of these little tweaks were when they created the new look from the old look. So there will be tweaks to come. Yeah. But we definitely need the
Never even did
coders
search along your route.
to add to the sticky notes.
Oh,
This search thing drives me crazy. Watching you do this blows.
it's driving me nuts. Me too.
Yeah.
All right, I want to do search along the route. We have not done that, so let's see what
Okay.
it does.
All right.
Oh, and you can add a waypoint in between. So if I'm going to stop in Memphis,
See, this is I think this is a driver function. Because a driver
100
that's
mile radius,
driving that can't look, they're going to need that stuff.
stupid filter thing. This is driving me nuts right now. Hold on. having to go do this every single time
You're
is
going
such
to
a
have
waste
to.
of time.
That's one of the things. So when we talk about search, you're going to demonstrate for them what it's like to use it.
Yes. And how many extra steps we're doing now.
We may not
didn't
even
used
get
to be doing.
past search tomorrow. I bet we don't.
Well, tomorrow is not even about search. Tomorrow is about
What do you think of the colors?
what was it about? No, tomorrow is about, what is tomorrow about?
I don't
for
know.
something entirely different.
I don't know. You're
for ratings. We're explaining the ins and outs
it's
of
about
ratings.
We haven't even talked about we just spent an hour and
No.
25 minutes and we never even talked about ratings.
No.
Oh
No.
my god. We're all so
see.
hosed. They're like, "Oh, yep.
Yes. Oh my
Load
God.
board's done. Let's go to ratings."
It just went back to the
that's
whole
great.
thing again.
Oh
I'm
shoot.
not kidding you. I just put in all these parameters and it just took them all out and started it all over from scratch.
That's what the new look used to do too. That's really interesting. Oh man.
This is horrible. This
Wow.
is horrible.
It's-
This is horrible. Okay,
What
I'm gonna
a-
try it one more time.
What a super whiff.
Okay, that was funny. All right, now
Silverman
I'm
says
doing
new
this
look
again.
but same shiesty brokers.
yeah.
Oh. That's where you get the
All right.
the ding on the tooth.
And we'll go back to the pension. And we're gonna search along the route. And then we're gonna put in Memphis again. At least it's saving what I just typed in. All right, search.
Okay.
Crossing our fingers.
All right,
people.
now I'll take anything.
Okay, all right. But that makes no sense. Why would it start in Ackworth, Georgia to Atlanta? Okay, forget it.
Because it's on the way?
Roll my computer across the room now. No! It was a 100-mile radius from Oklahoma City. Now look, did you see what it just did?
What happened?
Oh my god, okay, I had it on. It's because I had it on refresh. It won't let me use my refresh button.
Oh, you used the old refresh button?
So no, it won't let me use my automatic refresh at all. It was on the wrong page.
Oh, yeah, no, that's I'm positive. Of everything else, that would be one of the most important updates. Get rid of the ability to use that. Speculating live. Total guess?
I don't know how people are.
No evidence or
Typing
information. And no logic, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so I did this now, right? It says there's only 3 loads on there, which I know is not true. So let's do this. And
And I'm just going to throw this in there. We didn't have to do this live. You could have contacted us before. And if it wasn't for this show, none of this, you wouldn't even get any of this feedback. You just triple the rates and everybody's happy. Right?
right.
Right?
Well, and here's the thing. Okay, so why search a long route? It says 100-mile off route. But you're not going to want loads from Ackworth, Georgia to Atlanta if you're coming from Oklahoma City. That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, but the web designer doesn't know that.
Well, they should. I mean, this doesn't make any. And look, I put Memphis to Memphis on here too. So search a long route isn't going to help us any.
Well, that's what, and this is actually, it's funny. That's always been my main gripe about when you search, whether you search a narrow channel or a wide channel. You see all these loads you would never book. That's why you have to put in all these minimums, right?
Yeah.
You have to put in your dollar, because you're not going to do that $60.
No.
That's-
You're sitting along the route. I'm saying, okay, so if I'm in Oklahoma City, I want you to look for stuff in Arkansas or Tulsa, or you're not going to pick up a car in Ackworth going to Atlanta. That's not. I mean,
You're not going to drive in
a
a circle around Atlanta
yeah.
for $60.
Oh, yeah,
No,
that's
you're not.
not
You're just
allowed.
not. That
That is
makes
$35
no sense.
car. Yeah, I mean, come on, that doesn't even make any
Oh
sense.
wait, that's Subaru. Yeah, let's get the
I get this
Subaru.
one.
Oh
This
my
is in Memphis,
god.
Atlanta.
See, there's
That
your and
makes
you know
sense.
what? Hey Sue, stinking red load. There is, I don't care if it's $1 a mile. A tow truck driver is not going to do that load.
No,
You might be able to get a kid on break from, his sophomore year at college that's, doing Uber drives. He might pick it up.
Yeah. I didn't think it'd be worth your time to go do that.
I
mean,
my Taco Bell shift doesn't start for a few hours. I'll go get that Subaru. I mean,
yeah.
I might be eating my cheeserito on the way back, but I got it.
So
I gotta have an MC number to move a $35 Subaru. Oh shoot! This is too much fun. This is so much fun.
So if you
right now somebody's like, well, I'm glad you're having fun, Jay, because that was one painful 90 minutes. Most painful 90 minutes of my life. I know it was painful. Probably the most painful 90 minutes of Sue's life.
Oh my God, I'm not even looking forward to when we actually have to really do this.
Yeah. This is just a practice run.
Yeah, this is practice. And it's hard as heck to see a load on here even.
Oh my!
I wouldn't do this search along route thing at all. I wonder what it does when you do reverse route. Should try that. Let's look. Oh, you gotta press search. Sorry, hello. Oh, it actually works. That's not bad.
You did the reverse route? Yeah, backhaul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. I like that. Now, it says, okay, so for example, a new has 3 vehicles from Atlanta to El Reno for $12.50, which is not right because that's not $1.44 a mile if it's 3 vehicles. So that's all wrong too. So they're going to fix that. And it's also not listing the types of vehicles there.
Oh, well, no, go look at vehicle info hyphen click, see general info. Go back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right here.
Yeah, go back.
Right here.
Now, see vehicle info, click on vehicle. Yeah, there it is. But that
so
sure
really
is a lot of,
that
sure was a lot of clicking. Again,
Yeah. You want to be able to see this stuff. I mean, I realize you have to click on the regular one too, but you didn't have to go into one thing and then click another thing to get to it. But this isn't the right amount of money. This is really only 48 cents a mile. This isn't. And that's what it shows on the old book. You know what I mean? That's not $1.44 a mile.
So Sue,
competing with how many people?
I tell you, this has been. We're at the 1:30 mark. I got a 2:00 meeting I got to get ready for.
Okay.
I got a 2:00 meeting, a 3:00 meeting, a 4:00 meeting. It's going to be a busy day. Then we have a busy day tomorrow. Following up on this, in my final thoughts, final analysis, I hope that the show was helpful. I hope that my opinions weren't too erratic. But honestly, overall, I got the easy part. I just had to give my opinion. Sue, you're going to have to start using this, and I feel bad for you.
Yeah, I do too.
Right? I mean, I know you'll figure it out.
For us all.
Right, but your whole office being forced to use this new style in 3 weeks, that sounds terrible. I really hope that we're able to help them improve this. And I honestly, here's the thing. Why do we have to do all the work to help fix your product?
For them.
I honestly don't understand. Yeah. I can't, for the life of me, figure out, do people have to show up at the Coca-Cola plant and be like, listen, there's too much sarsaparilla, it looks too much like root beer. No. Do people show up at IBM and go, listen, you want to have, instead of just one big flat slab of wood, you want to have keys where you can type letters? So I don't understand why you mean you don't have any users in the whole company? I actually don't get it. I don't know what's going on. And on that note, Sue, thank you so much for your hard work, your efforts, and your feedback. Really appreciate it. It's going to be an interesting meeting tomorrow, that's for sure.
Yep. And then the next one.
Thank you.
I'll set us both up for the next one.
Thank you so much, Dispatch Office, Murphy Auto Transport Services, and I want to thank you guys for tuning in and sticking with us. This was a hard show. I've been watching The Thin Red Line. I think we just lived a little bit of no, that's not fair to the veterans, but really this has been a tough show. This is a tough show. So
yeah.
Thank you so much for your feedback and your effort. Really do appreciate it. Is that it? Is he just going to leave us hanging here? Okay, thanks everybody. Stay safe. Sue, peace out. Take care all. And we'll see you soon. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.